everyone. Hope all of you are in the best of your health and spirits. We are set for yet another exciting conversation today. For our new audiences, the We Talk series brings to you the most sought after voices from the industry and for the industry who share their valuable insights with us over brief conversations about what's going on in the HR ecosystem, what's new to come, and most importantly, what's keeping HR leaders on their toes. So today we have a special guest joining us. Please join me in welcoming her. She is Shuchita Shukla, Head of Talent Acquisition India, GlobalLogic.
Thank you, Besaki. Hello.
A brief introduction about Suchita. So, Suchita is an entrepreneurial leader and possesses a unique blend of management, operation, and business skills. With a high caliber in talent acquisition and a hands on approach to complex program management, she has successfully driven talent strategy for Fortune 500 clientele. With more than 16 years of experience in the industry, she specializes in resource management and recruitment of senior management, along with leadership across industry domains, geographies, and levels. Moreover, her other key areas of focus are campus recruitment, diversity hiring, employee relations, talent planning, and metrics monitoring. Also, she couples it with program management and building digital teams. With that, a very warm welcome, Suchita, once again. It is indeed a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you. Thank you, Besaki. It's great being here and entirely a pleasure to talk to you and learn whatever I have been hearing about from the other sessions as well.
Looking forward to yet another good session today also. So Suchita, to start off with today's discussion, my first question for you would be, according to you and your industry demands, what type of skill shortage do you think is causing the talent war?
Right. Thank you. So where we are, even in the tech space, is a very, very niche tech space. We are into the platform product engineering, where we have seen that it's even in the technology space is a very different sort of space where the resources that are being hired are with multiple skills, composite skills. The people we are intending to get are versus the experience that generally is hired in tech space. It's more than that our clients look for, because it's more front ending and being it's more a diamond than a pyramid in our sort of industry. And therefore, the challenge, is, of course, getting this niche talent, of course, ready out there. And since there are not so many available, of course, there is all the time this tug of war between, fighting for which one suits you the best and the right type of talent for your organization. So we're no different. We're in the same space where we are looking for the best of this niche talent to come to us.
Great. Thanks for setting in the context. So, talking about skills, I would like to know, talking about soft skills. So, how do you see the importance of soft skills evolving in the near future?
So soft skills, are part of the essential skills, Besaki. So I think what we are seeing in the industry is most of us are able to train and are training for the combination skills, for the composite skills. But what's happening with the essential skills or the soft skills is everybody is looking to get, at least the basic fit, and they're very important. But at our end, what we've also seen is it's trainable, it's coachable. And therefore, in the program that we run, which is called the Talent Engine 2.0, there is a module in the 3 months of training. There's 3 to 1 months of training for our fresh graduates or people that we hire in the Ascend program. We have modules of soft skill training, business communication training, because it's very, very important. As I said earlier, in our case, we have a diamond where most of our talent is directly interacting with the client and working with them, because we are working on their next future innovations. We're not working on the cost or optimization for them. And there it becomes very, very important for our talent to be able to communicate and to be able to be understood in the right way. So yes, it's very, very important for our industry.
Great. That's a great way of putting forward your thoughts. So Suchita, talking about any job role, it comes with challenges. It's something part and parcel of all the job roles that we have. So I would like to know what are some of the most prominent challenges organization in India face to utilize the gig economy at its full potential. What's your take on that?
That's very interesting because it's also one of the multiple epiphanies that happened after the pandemic, right? For the talent, where they were thinking about work-life balance. They were looking for organizations where they would get career advancement or opportunity where they could spend time and invest the rest of it into learning or growing to make other sides of their life better. Gig became very, very important. And suddenly, India as a market, which was not so open to the gig contract market, suddenly we are seeing that it'll become one of the channels which will make organizations definitely look for their talent needs from that. For us, from GlobalLogic standpoint, we do not differentiate between our contract or a direct workforce. Our policies are pretty much aligned in a way which they address both sides in similar formats. Even in the time of pandemic, Baisakhi, what happened is whatever we extended as a benefit to our employees was extended to our gig or contract workforce as well. So from our point of view, I think we wouldn't see any difference in what we are hiring on both sides. And we will see a lot happening on the gig or contract side or for our sort of work as well.
I believe that's a very balanced approach that as an organization you have taken. Suchita, when we talk about talent, right, there's one particular area that everyone is talking about, and that is the new generation. So, what is your take on the new generation entering the workforce, and most importantly, how do their expectations differ from those of the previous generation? I would like to hear this from you.
So I'm assuming you're talking about the Gen Z
Yes.
or the iGens,
No, the Gen
right?
Z. Yeah.
Yeah. We call them iGens as well because they are the ones who've been born in the lab of technology.
Yes.
And of course, they are far ahead in how they approach work life, how they approach what they want in their careers. There's a stark difference. We see it. I see it in my teams. I'll not tell you which generation I belong to, but definitely, I see that difference in my teams and the people we hire, because we hire a lot of young talent as well in the organization. Now, how they are different is they're asking questions which millennials never thought about when joining an organization. So questions like, what do you think about sustainability? What does your organization do about climate change? What is your thought process on diversity, and what are the things that you put forward for that sort of workforce to be part of the organization? And how does your culture actually create an environment for them to be successful? So I think those sort of questions in an interview were unheard of, and this generation is pretty clear in asking those questions, which is making sure that organizations cannot hide behind anything now. They have to have that clarity in their approach towards the talent branding, in the approach of employee value proposition that we are putting out. I think this generation definitely is making the workspace more clear, transparent, and they want to work for a purpose. They just don't want a job. Then they want to align themselves to a purpose. So all of us have to have that purpose when we want to attract them towards our organization. So I think it'll be interesting, very interesting time. In fact, I was reading about organizations which are doing reverse coaching or reverse mentoring, where Gen Z or millennials are coaching their seniors on multiple things about technology, about trends, about what is innovating in different fields. I think I use it every day because there's a lot on the technology which I don't know how to use, and I use my team's reverse mentoring of the iGens quite a lot, actually. So, but it'll be very interesting, and it is making us all not be complacent about what we thought talent branding would look like.
Indeed, there is a very prominent difference that we have started noticing, and I believe the new generation is no more satisfied with just the job role and the remuneration. As you have rightly mentioned, that companies need to come out, and there's no point, like there's no chance for organization to hide behind the curtain, and they have to come in the forefront in order to hire the new generation also. So that brings me to my last question. So, Sachita, with having a diverse experience and with so much of experience in this industry for past so many years, can you share some of the most prominent challenges that you have faced in the TA space, and most importantly, what were your strategies to overcome them?
Oh my God, that's really interesting, Besaki, because what we've been seeing in the last 2 years, none of us had seen before in the talent acquisition space or attraction space. So I think there are multiple trends that are emerging. So remote hybrid becoming, it'll become a norm. It is becoming a norm. That's something which takes me to also the point that now the talent that you're looking for is everywhere. So, of course, multiple and diverse work streams or people who were earlier not part of the work stream can be added to the work stream, whether it was senior citizens, whether it was women coming back from work or wanting, hybrid work modes, which were earlier not possible because so I think those are definitely opportunities as well as challenges. Because opportunities definitely because it widens our entire scope of where we look for talent. But at the same time, it's challenging because now you have to make everybody ready for it and everything ready for it. I think that's something which is very interesting we are seeing today. The other thing that is extremely important is building your own talent, which I think in the last few years has come to the forefront in every way because the kind of the demand is ultimately moving with double speed than the supply in the talent space. We all know that. I can give you figures which you already know, but we are looking at a shortage by 2030 of the skills that we are working with. And when we say that, it is a responsibility of not just colleges or academia to introduce this right sort of courses into their work, in academics to make their people ready for the corporate, but it's equal responsibility of corporates to build their own talent, to invest young, to get them ready for the actual work that they will come and do, and not just the theory that they study. So I think one of very important trends is that, which as GlobalLogic also we embarked on very early, as of early start of 2021, where we started creating a parallel engine, which is completely working on automated tools from hiring, from sourcing to onboarding, creating a automation platform which will bring in people to train them, hyper personalize their learning journeys, and train them to become composite skill trained for the industry that we work in. So I think that's another very interesting trend and thing that I've seen as a talent. So I don't just stay being a talent acquisition person. I need to be the person who knows what business wants, business is expecting. Early on, get that into the learning streams and ensure that that comes ready for the business to use. So I think that's very interesting to see for me as well. And I think lastly, of course, again, not mention social media being the go-to place for everything, for attracting your talent, for engaging with your talent, and also to ensure that they stay motivated, become your ambassadors, talking about your talent brand across is something which nobody will underestimate anymore. So I think that's a very, very important trend that people cannot live without anymore. So I think those are the few things that I'm seeing as opportunities in the talent acquisition space market, and the challenges that we've seen in the talent acquisition space.
It's some pertinent point you have indeed raised to this conversation, and it was amazing listening to you as to how you perceive the talent acquisition space overall, and most importantly, how you are dealing with it. This brings to the end of today's conversation. Thank you so much, Suchita, for sharing such amazing insights. I absolutely loved conversing with you, and I'm sure our viewers will resonate with it too. So thank you once again, and we will be back with yet another exciting conversation next week. Till then, stay safe, everyone, and have a lovely week ahead.